Now, guys, what if I told you that one of the hardest things in trading is to admit that you are wrong, but it's so important that you do this? So we're going to explore the psychology of that. And if you stay till the end of the vid, guys, I'm also going to give you all of my trade ideas for today as well. All right, so let's start with this. Let's start with this trade you can see on my screen. So yesterday, the only trade I took was Euro Swiss franc, and it was a sell trade. You can see my entry, stop loss, take profit, etc. And you can see down here, guys, that I closed the trade early at 0.9685. Now, the psychology of that is difficult to accept. Right? You've been waiting for hours and hours for a setup. You finally get a breakdown of a trend line or structure, and then you enter the trade, right? Only for the trade to go against you. Okay. Now that is difficult to accept, right? It's difficult to accept that your analysis was wrong, but you have to accept that. Right? And that's exactly what I did yesterday. So let's take a look at this trade in particular. Now, Euro Swiss franc, I was looking to sell, right? We was in this uptrend. This is the day chart, and then we broke. As soon as we break this low, we're in a downtrend. We were below the moving average 20, and the idea was to continue this selling momentum, right? If we zoom in now, you can see yesterday's candle was quite bullish. And me getting out of this trade early looks like a good idea. Now, if we drop down to the H4, I'll show you exactly where and why I entered, right? So we was in this massive sell-off, okay? And then price had retraced, okay? And we was getting this kind of, upward momentum, right? And then we got this nice bearish candle here. At the moving average 20, right, at an area of resistance, this grey zone. And then if we drop down to the H1, yeah, you could also see we were getting very slight, but we were getting a breakout of this trend line, okay? So I actually entered here, right, and put my stop up here, okay? And the idea was to take it back down to these lows here and around this 50 level. Okay, so that was the trade idea, and price comes shooting down. Okay, and I was thinking, Tom, you're a genius. This is a wonderful trade. It's going to hit target quite quickly, only for price to absolutely turn on its head and retrace against us. Now, at the point here, if we go back to the H4, guys, right? For me, this area here has become the last lower high on the H4, right? And we're below, so the last high, next high, we're below the moving average 20 as well at this point. So as soon as we get a candle like this, which is very bullish, closing above the moving average 20, closing above this high, right? Then my trade idea, my trade is not doing what I expect it to do. Right? Now, some traders will say, I will just leave it and let it, until it hits my stop loss up here, I'm not wrong. And there is an argument for that. But for me, the market is not doing what you expected it to do, so you are wrong, right? Price might come shooting down from here, okay? I don't have a problem with that. But for me, if I get structure breaks, that is the point for me to get out of the trade. Yeah, if you look at the H1, yeah, you can clearly see that's the last high in here. As soon as that, arguably here, guys, right? Now, as soon as that breaks, I'm out of this trade, right? And as you can see, I got out at 96.85. I got out around here. And I've saved myself 0.5% risk. Okay, I've halved my risk. And I'm happy with this. I'm out of the trade. The trade's not doing what I expect it to do. I've admitted that I was wrong early, and it saved me 0.5% risk. Okay. So there you go, guys. That's what I look for to get out of a trade. If trend starts moving against me, which it did on the H1 and the H4, I'm not interested in this trade anymore. And if we go back to the day chart, you can see we've had a very bullish daily candle. Okay, so this would suggest price has more room to the upside. All right, so we'll keep an eye on this, guys, see if it was a good shout for me to get out of this trade early or not. Right, guys, we're going to look at my trade ideas for today now. And the catalyst for my trade ideas is US dollar weakness, right? Sorry, US dollar strength, forgive me. Yeah, so US dollar strength is the catalyst for today's trades. And the first one, and a trade I've literally just gotten into, is pound US dollar, okay? If we go to the day chart, you can see that structurally we broke down. We was in this super aggressive uptrend. That's the only last higher low here. And then price come back down and broke that low. So at that point, we are in a downtrend. I didn't take this trade yesterday because we had no room to move into, because if you see my target, this blue line, is basically this last high, right? Okay, so price could come down to here. It could come down to these last highs here, which is more likely, to be honest. All right, so we're looking for sells because we are in a downtrend. We broke this low and we've retraced to a really nice level of what was once support becomes resistance. Yeah, a break and retest, and we're looking to sell it from this area. Like I say, I've entered this trade, guys, because, yeah, price has come down. Yeah, it's hit that resistance level once, come down, hit it again, come down, hit it again, right? And I've entered in here because we're in a downtrend, right? We're at an area of resistance, not only horizontally, but the moving average 20 as well. So we're at the top of this range and there's room to move into to the bottom of the range. All right, so I've entered this trade, guys. As with all of my trade ideas, I put them in the VIP Trading Academy, guys. That's where I put all of my trade signals. And we are selling pound US dollar. So that's the trade, our first trade idea. And guys, before I give you my next trade idea, if you would like to speak to like-minded traders, share knowledge, ideas, then please come join our free Discord channel. It's free. Come join it. Also, guys, if you would like more than that, if you would like my trade signals, you would like access to numerous tutorials on how I trade, and you would like direct access to me, as in you can ask me questions, then please come join our VIP Trading Academy. And right now, guys, if you sign up with one of our preferred brokers, you can get access to these things with discounts, sometimes for free. So check it all out. Also, guys, don't forget live stream today, 8 a.m. New York EST time. We can see how these trades are going. Right, so pound US dollar. The next US dollar pair we're looking at is New Zealand dollar US dollar. We were looking at this from yesterday, but we just didn't get a retrace. Okay, so if we zoom out, so we can see the bigger picture here, you can clearly see that, we was in this sort of scruffy price action, and then price broke, right? As soon as we broke all of these lows here and this important area of support and resistance, we were in a downtrend, right? We were trying to trade this from yesterday, but we didn't quite get the retrace we were after. And the move happened before I actually woke up. So we're still looking to sell this pair, We're in a downtrend. We've got bearish candle, bearish, and we've still got a bit of room to move into back down to this 5,950 psychological level, if not all the way down to this 5,900. All right, so that's the idea. That's the direction. And then if we drop down to the H4, all I'm looking for, guys, is a retrace, right? We might not get one. Price might just come crashing down and we don't get a retrace, right? So be it, I won't enter the trade. But what I'm looking for, guys, is just a retrace somewhere in here. There's no clear level really in here. There's no clear level. So really what I want is to see the moving average 20 come down and a retrace towards it, okay? In an ideal world, I want to hide my stop above this level. Okay, so if we get a retrace that's deep enough, and I can do that, I will enter New Zealand US dollar, okay, for sells. So we need a retrace on this one. And then there's more, guys. My final trade idea for today is pound Swiss franc. Okay, if we look at the day chart, we can clearly see that we're at a really nice support level, right? We're in this uptrend, yeah, and then price has retraced to the moving average 20, which we know is dynamic support, right? We've had a nice bullish candle react at this level, okay, and we've got lots of room to potentially move into, and my target would be this 1600 psychological level. All right, so that's the trade idea. Uptrend, bullish candle at a nice area of dynamic support. Okay, so I've got my direction. And now if we drop down to the H4, I just need to see a structure break, because at the moment, guys, we are clearly in a downtrend stroke range, right? We're in a downtrend, prices keeps retracing to this level, and we keep getting a bearish reaction. Right? If price keeps doing that, I'm not interested. Okay, perhaps it comes back down to here, fine, I'm not interested. But if we get a break of this level and a nice bullish candle that breaks through this level, then I think this trade has room to the upside. All right, so we'll keep an eye on this trade as well. And guys, we can track all the progress of all of these trades if you come join me for the live stream today at 8 a.m. New York EST time. All right, guys, so yeah, there's my trade ideas. If you've enjoyed the vid and my analysis, then please subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button, and I'll see you later.